Good morning. Good morning. Buenos días, Ama. Good morning, everyone. It's been a while since I've done a live. It is a beautiful day out here. I'm going to do a little bit of fishing, then I'm going to show updates. Hey, buenos días, hermano. Good morning, my Siberian brother. No, we haven't eaten the military rations yet. We haven't ate it because I've been busy with some baby stuff, believe it or not. I've been dealing with my wife. Padre, buenos días. Voy a ir a pescar un poquito. Good morning, everyone. I'm gonna do a little bit of fishing. It's been a while since I've done a live, but it's been almost exactly 1 year since we bought the plot. The plot that I've shown you guys. The one that we live in, it's been almost 1 year. So I'm gonna be doing a little bit of recap on that. And yeah, that's pretty much what's gonna happen today. Golly, I don't have any line. No worries, I won't use this one. Voy al lago, ma. Voy al lago. I'm gonna go fish on Lake Baikal a little bit. Then I might fish on the river. But ultimately, today is just gonna be, I'm gonna show you our garden. We planted potatoes yesterday. We planted tomatoes, cucumbers, everything. Everything was planted yesterday. Have water. Have our bait a little bit for the floating. We're using, I think it's an iPhone. I don't know what kind of iPhone, but it's an iPhone. Good morning to Bali, 9 in the morning. I don't really know about the phone that I have. I think it's 14, 15, 16. I don't know what number it is. I only got this phone maybe 2 years ago because of my wife. She said it was a good camera, so I got it for recording videos. I hope everybody's having a good day. I'm just getting ready here because we're gonna go into the lake. Well, as far as we can go in the swamplands. We're gonna be traveling through the swamplands and fishing a little bit. I haven't gone fishing in a while. I've been telling you guys I've been busy, a little bit busy with my wife. We're doing some preparations for the baby, and tengo mucho sin pescar un pez. But I want to show you what it's looking like. In a train. Got my boots. Oh, forgot to shake them. Good morning, everyone. Dobre utra. This is Irkutsk Oblast. We're about to go walk through the swamp to see Lake Baikal. I just have to get my rods ready. I have to get this gear ready as well. Almost done, guys. So I'll be taking 2 rods. I'm gonna be fishing for small fish like perch or saroshka grayling. Roach fish, and then I'm gonna be targeting pike with this one. I'm a little bit late to come fishing, but because I have a long day today doing some things at home, I wanted to get it out of the way. I haven't fished in a long time. Okay, final thing is just get my backpack on. So we're gonna do that. Okay, here we go, guys. No Crocs because I'm going into the swamp, guys. Today I'm going to take you guys into the swampland, which is a little bit treacherous. And if I go in Crocs, I'll probably end up with leeches on my feet. And I don't like that. All right, let's go. We're going to go into the swamps as far as we can. Maybe dedicate 2 hours to fishing. It's going to be really hard as it's already a little too late. But it's not a problem. Here we go. Look at the road. We have some people already fishing. Let me change hands here. Let me know if you guys can see and hear okay. Oh, there's a wagtail. It's gonna be a little shaky for now. I get that. We're going deep, deep, deep into the lake today. Even further than I've ever been. Just doing some exploring out here. Sorry if it's a little shaky right now. There's not a lot of topwater action right now. I don't see a lot of fish feeding right now. But we're gonna just go take this walk with you guys. Haven't streamed in a while. And we'll see what we can find. I've never gone as far as I'm gonna go today, so it's gonna be nice. Nice. Hello, Brisbane. Yeah, that giant fishing rod is really good. I've been good, guys. So I believe that Xenia officially hit half. Oh, well, next week it'll be Xenia's half pregnancy, I guess. She's gonna hit her halfway point next week, and the closer you get to the due date, I mean, it's my first kid, right? It's my first kid. And the closer it gets, the little bit more stressful. As far as what hospital, finding the appropriate housing, if we already have the apartment that we need. Because the baby's gonna be born in winter, essentially, it's gonna be a little bit harder. If a baby's born in summer in Siberia, I would say it's a little bit easier. But my kid's gonna be born in the start of winter, so we want to make sure that we're in a proper apartment. The apartment that we're in right now is too cold. It doesn't have good heating, so we've been talking about that, and that's the kind of stuff that I'm doing right now, is just logistics, getting or figuring out what apartment we might move to, figuring out what my father-in-law wants as well. This is his first grandchild, so we want to make sure that he's taken into account when we do the moves that we're going to be doing. Hey, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. And the point I'm trying to make is that if you're a first-time father, what I've learned so far, even before my child's born, is that I thought it was taking a long time for these months, 9 months, but now it feels like it's moving a little bit too fast. And I'm not the one holding the baby. Oh, by the way, look, this is why ¿Qué tal, Jose? This is why the swampland is very, very dangerous, guys. Any of these steps here could be about 2 meters deep or 1 meter deep. So you have to watch out where you're walking. Now, I don't see a path yet. But today we're going to go as far as we can go, further than I've ever been, because I like to explore. Look at this. Where's everybody watching from? Again, this is an unorthodox time and day for streaming. I don't usually stream, I think, on Thursdays. This would be Wednesday for you guys in the United States. But it is Thursday morning here in Siberia, Irkutsk Oblast. And we're taking a walk into the unknown. I need to refresh my mind and reset myself. Canada, California. Yeah, you guys are in Wednesday, correct? You guys should be watching midweek. We're just taking a walk here. Uh-oh. All right. Now this is absolute nature. Hey, Kentucky, USA. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Kentucky. Now, this view's for you, Recon. Check it out. There's the entrance of the largest lake in the world. That little opening is an inlet to where these people fish. This view is dedicated to you, and you can see how beautiful the mountain range opens up. You see that? This is why Lake Baikal is the deepest. It is essentially growing deeper every day. There's a rift here, and these mountains are rising above the lake. The lake can hold so much more water than it is holding now. Where I'm standing, all of this used to be water. All of this used to be water. This is a natural part of the lake, but it has since turned into a swampland because the government did a couple work on some of the rivers. They've controlled the dam down the stream. So Baikal is holding a little bit less water, but it's just a little bit less. But you can see the inlet there, correct? Let me know if the vision is okay. And it's a beautiful thing to see because This is one of very few parts in the world where Lake Baikal actually does this little harbor style entrance. Hello, Emperor. Thank you so much for being with us. We're back on this live. Let me just pay attention here. This is what scares me. Watch. These parts here. Oh, you see how deep my boot went? And I'm not putting pressure on it. I just want to show you. I got to get out. I got stuck a little bit. So I only put maybe 1/4 of pressure and my foot went down almost, well, it went past my ankle there. So on the swamplands, you really have to pay attention. I've been here before. I know where I'm stepping. But I've seen people, like tourists from the city, get stuck out here. I found one guy stranded in the swampland, and I was just out fishing, and I had to take him out by guiding him. He wasn't wearing boots. He was just walking, thinking that it was a wilderness walk. And it's definitely not. These holes can go very deep. You also want to keep your boots pretty loose, by the way. Not loose to where they fall off, but loose enough to where you can take them off if the floor is sucking you in. It's better to lose a foot than your life. I mean, a boot, rather. But that was a little bit... hey, good morning, Josue. Thank you for being here with us. I've never gone this far. We're going to go a little bit further, and we're doing this for educational purposes. Look at that. No, I think it's Thursday here, my friend, and we do it on the vertical because the YouTube doesn't push horizontal, so people won't get to see it because it won't show up on their feed. For horizontal, we're doing the next military rations opening on horizontal. Sorry if this is not too good. I hope that you can see at least a little bit. You know, I'm sorry that some people like horizontal, but really, it's hard to stream from Russia because everything's against you. So these type of things don't really exist on other channels. I think our channel is a little bit medium sized, so we do get an audience to show people. But let me know. Can you see? I think you can double click or enlarge the make it full screen. Let's see what you see. I also see such lives on full screen. They do get a little vertical, and I'm sorry about that, my friend. I do plan on doing horizontal when I open up the military rations. Again, it's hard to be a Russian. Well, I'm not Russian, but making content from Russia. Ugh. Yeah, the view looks amazing. I got a friend who has a nice place to go fishing, and I can't wait to go fishing over there. I'm always looking for new places to fish, and I got a buddy who's got a place where I think I can catch a fish or two. Opa. We're going far today, deeper than we've ever been, just to see what's over here. No way, you're going to Russia next week. Congratulations, I hope you have fun. Yeah, time to buy more coal. Ugal. It's ugal, right? Dobre utra. Man, Yeah, the originals know the first ever meme on this freaking live stream is freaking coal. That is the first meme of the channel. One of the best lives we ever had. One of the funniest lives. We also had a recent live where my wife was missing and somebody guessed she was out getting snacks, and we found her getting snacks. That's also an undefeated stream. Golly, it's not looking safe over here. I might not continue if it's broken like this. All right, let's turn around for nature. Yeah, that was hilarious. Whoever guessed. These paths, what they have pros and cons. So the path's already made, but people walk these paths so much that they turn into sinkholes, and that's when things get dangerous. Look at that. A little bit of military exercise there. I'm walking you guys to the entrance of the largest lake in the world into my town. Now, this doesn't exist in many parts of the lake. The lake doesn't usually create this big of a harbor, I would say, or an inlet. I wouldn't know what to call it, but here is the lake. No, bears don't come this deep. No, bears don't come here. Look at that. Yeah, that was a sketchy jump, to be honest. With gear and 2 fishing rods and all that, it gets pretty sketchy. Look at that. Golly. The sun is behind us. And I'm going to cast maybe 2 or 3 times here. I just have to check if the floor is stable. Don't want to fall into those sinkholes. Okay, look at this. Can you see that? Can you see that? This here is not actually land. This is floating grass. This is what you don't want to step on. This is floating grass. So we're not going to come here. We're going to move. There, it's at least 3 meters deep of mud. It just goes down, 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 down. Okay. We gotta find a spot where we can cast from. This seems like a reasonable. Let's see what we can do here. No tornadoes. We don't get tornadoes, but we get a ton of earthquakes. Hello, my friends. Yeah, we're gonna get a kayak in the future. The kayak is one of the upgrades in the future, maybe next year. That's what we're aiming for. And welcome to the live stream. We're just about to do our first cast. Just for fun. I've never been this far on the lake or on the shores here. This is an unorthodox spot for me. We're just gonna do a cast or two, and then we're gonna keep moving. The purpose of today is just to explore. Let's see what we can do. There's a lot of weeds in this part. By the way, guys, can you guys rate my new Gorka? If you've never seen my Gorka, can you guys rate my new Gorka? This is a different coloration. I was supposed to do a Gorka reveal. Some of you guys have already seen it, but this is my new Gorka, my new setup. I always keep this style. This is the Special Forces style. I like my pack right here, different pockets everywhere. Something for the rain. I love this little flap that they put here. You can tighten it up. Really, this is one of the best. If I could have used this in Afghanistan, it would have been really, really good. The other ones were a little bit too flimsy. This here is very rugged. In Afghanistan, I would go through uniforms, the frog suits, like every other month. I was out patrolling every day, and it really, really broke down. This is the original company. Let me see. I forget the damn name. Oh, it's Bars. Bars. It's the same company that made my other Gorka. And by the way, guys, I'm telling you, it's not because I don't love the uniforms that I used in the United States, but this is really rugged. And it's tailored beautifully to the right size. So hopefully when the sanctions end, maybe some of you guys can buy yourself a Gorka. These things are awesome. Obviously not sponsored, but a lot of people really like this style. And if I can ship some out, I will. This one cost $88. $88. Hey, Ginger, welcome to the live. We love you, Ginger. Thank you so much. Today, I'm just going to do a little bit of fishing, Ginger. Then I'm going to go take everybody to the plot. It's been 1 year since I've owned it with my wife. And yeah. And no, there's no graffiti on the train. We're out in the middle of nowhere. If anybody's doing graffiti on these trains, it's ridiculous. So what I'm doing now is I'm using this lure here. It's a soft bait, and it's because it's a lot of weeds out here, and I just need this to not catch itself. It has single hook here. Let's see. I'm just gonna cast a few times and then move on. I don't know where these weeds come from. There's so many weeds today. Oh, I just saw a fish jump here. I might rig up my other one and let it float up here. I just saw a fish jump out. I'm gonna cast one time, then I'm going to Then I'm gonna maybe rig up the other lure. This place is definitely fishy. One more cast, and then I'll talk to you guys a little bit about the updates on the plot. Oh my God, the air is absolutely fresh. Look at that. We have another guy fishing on the other side of the bank. It's not really a good time to fish right now. Usually there's a lot of topwater action. There's not a lot now, but I do enjoy going out before my wife wakes up and doing a little bit of live streams. By the way, guys, thank you so much for all of the support you've always given me. It does feel amazing to know that we have some sort of a streaming community. I don't know. I don't really know if anybody else is streaming from this style of the world, like this part of the world, but I'm glad to be able to show up on your guys' phones, on your computers, and stream a little bit and talk about life in Russia. We're outside of Moscow. This is Irkutsk Oblast. Thank you, Recon. Ooh, wild dogs. There's some wild dogs walking right over here. If they get close, we can talk about this. So, no, we just started fishing, and later in the summer, if I catch something, I can cook it. There's some wild dogs walking behind me here. If they get close, we can talk about this. In winter, they pack up to maybe 10 dogs, and they actually scavenge. They get very dangerous in winter because food is scarce. In summer, you see packs of maybe 2 to 4 dogs. But in winter, maybe some people from Russia can tell you, in winter they get big packs of dogs. Here in Baikal, they actually do a little bit of fishing. I've seen them do fishing, try to catch also muskrats. So the dogs actually kind of become very feral, and they do. Oh yeah, Anso, new Gorka brother, new Gorka reveal for you, brother. Um, the dogs are pretty dangerous in winter, not so dangerous right now. But I just had to point that out. I just saw 2 wild dogs. In Russia, they just put the pin on their ear and they become very feral. There's been incidents where little kids get attacked, but I'm too big. I'll bite their balls off. I'll go primitive on them. I don't think I'm gonna lose to 2 wild dogs. Every time I think about being attacked by a wild dog, I just think like, okay, I'll bite their nose, I'll gouge out their eyeballs, bite their balls off. I can do that kind of stuff. I'm an animal. Let me cast a little bit more times. Yeah. I wanted to see your guys' reaction to what I said. But yeah, that's the truth. Sorry guys, my line got stuck in a random place. Eric Dog, thank you, my friend. Thank you so much for the support. I'm gonna walk a little bit closer to the lake. I said this is the farthest I've ever been. Let's take it a little bit further and let's see what we can do. I can't legally hunt, my friends. I don't know if you guys saw my most recent video. I went shooting. I shot an AK-47 and an M4. Eric Dog, thank you so much again, my friend. It really means a lot. I really hope I can land a fish today. Eric Dog, I'm gonna take this. I got snagged, yeah. I'm gonna take this stream further into the lake. We're gonna do maybe a few more, I don't know, maybe 50 meters deeper. Let's go. This is for you, Eric Dog. We're gonna go get more views of the lake. And it doesn't really hurt to fish closer to the Lake Baikal. Did you get to try reindeer? Yes, I have, by the way. So I did a video from Nizhny Novgorod. I went to Nizhny Novgorod and I ate deer there. Like the animal. Oh, what the heck? Okay, we have a scene here. Check this out. So something ate something else here, okay? What I'm thinking is it could have been a fox. Oh, wow. This actually, these feathers here are, they look like a hawk or an eagle feathers. Something got destroyed here. Look at all of this. This is the kind of stuff you can run into. Obviously, whatever ate this bird is not dangerous to me, but I like to point it out. We're out here in nature. I've never been this far. Actually, maybe it could be a seagull. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if seagulls have this coloration. I have seen this on eagles and hawks. So, please let me know if the stream is still working. I'm having a bit of a delay. But yeah, I love seeing this type of stuff. Wild chicken. Well, this feather does kind of look like chicken because it does this green glow. But then you have these colors. Hey, Sting, thank you, bro. Thank you so much. Thanks for the donations. I got sidetracked. Oh yeah, could be a duck. Could be a duck. Could be a female duck. For the people who donated, I'm gonna take a few more meters into the unknown. Thank you, my friends. It could be a duck. Forgot we have duck here. They're actually over here. There's a bunch of duck over here. Oh. Gotta watch my step. Let's turn this around. Look at how beautiful it is over here. This is the absolute extreme. This is the furthest I've ever been. I've never been this far just because I don't know this area, and it's not good to really go where you don't know. In this part of the world, at least, because I said it's really dangerous. There's a duck taking off over there. Holy moly. So it looks like I've reached the entrance of the lake. This is the entrance of the inlet. There's a sandbar over there. You probably can't see it. Wow. Okay. This is exciting. My wife, when I first arrived, oh, shotgun shells. People have been hunting for maybe duck here. We don't have raccoon. We don't have raccoon. We have raccoon dogs, though. We do have raccoon dogs. There's a lot of shells here for shotguns. I don't know what the business is, but we're not here to hunt. We can't legally hold a gun, so let's go ahead and give you guys the view. This is for all you guys. Thank you so much for the donations. Look at that. Hey, Chris, brother, welcome. This is the inlet of Lake Baikal into Slyudanka. Across the water, we can observe. This is Kultuk. We've been here before in Kultuk. I've given you guys a small tour of the Orthodox church there. Everything is looking beautiful. There were bear tracks here 2 years ago. I was on the other side and I saw bear tracks. But no bear tracks today. Let's do a little bit of casting. Yeah, the shells have been here for a while. Although they can oxidize really fast because of the water. So yes, they've been here for a long time, but no more than maybe a year or two, because really when you're out here in the water, it really erodes really fast. These are very old, maybe let's say 3 years. Let's do a few casts, guys. We're gonna be seeing Xenia a little bit later. I think she's home right now. It is incredible out here. I just saw a little fish. I'm gonna cast one time. Actually, I'm gonna change lures now. I'm gonna change lures because I just want to cast across the entire river here. I want to cast all the way around. The water is moving this way, so if I cast upwards, I can mimic a fish that's being pulled by the stream, and I can fish towards me. Again, I'm having a blast out here. This is my first time in this area. I'm seeing a lot of new things I've never seen. The water looks pristine out here. It looks really, really clean. Привет. Добро пожаловать. I'm gonna put my big lure here because I want to cast all the way across just to see what happens. I've caught a fish with this huge one before. Let's see. Oh, that's a horrible cast. I see fish jumping. There is fish feeding. I'm gonna slow it down. I'm trying to walk the dog. Okay, guys, this is not the one to be using. Sorry about that, but this is not the one. I just wanted to cast across the channel here. But I'm going to set up the other rod because I see a lot of fish. No, you don't need a fishing license to fish in Russia, guys. In Russia, it's just completely safe and free for everybody to fish. Like my brother here, SH, was saying, there no fishing license required, but there is a law saying that you can't take more than 4 kilos rather. You're not allowed to take more than 4 kilos a day. It's not usually enforced either because there's not a lot of patrols out here, right? It's not easy to have people patrolling this part of the world. We're in a very, very wild place. I think I left the bait in the back of the van, actually. Golly, no. Opa. That's horrible if I left in the back of the van. Yeah, I left in the back of the van when I was setting up. Unfortunate. I was really hoping to use 2 of these rods today. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't. I have it here. I just got my license in Minnesota, $35. Is this something that you have to pay annually, by the way? Let us know. In your country, guys, let me know. Do you have to pay for licenses annually or not? We're using the same old maggots. Every year, that's hard. That makes no sense. I just cannot stand when things are paid annually. Now, for maybe, if you don't have to pay annually for your license, why would you have to pay annually for a fishing license? I know in some states your license is valid to drive, like 4 years in California, I believe. So why would you pay annually for a fishing license? Hey, Stanley, welcome. All right, we set out the worms. Let's see what happens there. I can't believe that it's every year, guys. You guys just broke my mind. I understand for licenses. I understand that for driving's license, it's every 4 years. So why would fishing be every year? It's just a racket, right? They're just making money off of people. That's horrendous. Here in Canada, you have to pay annually, and they're very strong limitations. What the heck? Canada is supposed to be a place where so much nature is. Queensland's $12 a week for $60 a year. What the hell, Eric? That one's the craziest one yet. All right, let's see who has the most expensive license. So far, I read 60 annually. Who's got the most expensive license? 20 bucks for my license, says Ginger. Missouri is 65, so 65 seems to be the most expensive. That's pretty crazy, man. That's crazy. All right, we're back. Hello, everybody who's just tuning in. What we're doing right now is doing a little bit of fishing. Now, in this territory of Siberia, this is Irkutsk Oblast, and we have the largest lake in the world, and it's called Lake Baikal. It's right over there. We're fishing in an inlet where the lake meets the town. There's a lot of wildlife here. There's a lot of duck, a lot of eagles hunting for the duck. And what we're trying to do is we're going to be fishing a little bit, right? Today marks 1 year since my wife and I bought our first plot of land in Russia. We're essentially landowners, and I'm going to be doing an update on that. But I wanted to go out and breathe a little bit and do a little bit of fishing. And I haven't caught a fish in quite a while. I haven't done streaming, but I've caught no fish off stream. I've gone once, and I'm trying to just fish in new places. Whoa. Okay, we're gonna move back now. We're gonna go back. We're gonna work our way deep back into where I came from. But we're still gonna be fishing the shoreline everywhere I stop. Thanks to everybody who's hit like. We're almost to 100 likes. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. This is gonna be one of those long live streams because after this, I'm gonna go pick up my wife and we're gonna be talking about the gardening that we've been doing. We've been planting a lot of food. Hey, thanks so much. Who here has seen the new gun video? I always wonder because my channel doesn't get views on the regular content. but a lot of people tune into these lives, and I always wonder what are you guys watching? Do you guys watch my long form content? I just shot an AK-47 and an M4 here in Irkutsk. Did okay. I'm not so pleased with myself. With the AK, I knew I was going to shoot horribly. With the M4, I knew I was going to hit 10s. I mean, I could shoot a 10 all day with an M4, and it's a lot easier for me to shoot further away for some reason on the prone position. This is Lake Baikal. Добро пожаловать, Дмитрий. Это озеро Baikal. Озеро is lake, right? Oh, my wife is in my father-in-law's house. Nice, babe. Welcome to the live. That's my wife right there. Sushi, I'm going to pick you up at maybe 12, okay? You can have your breakfast. Welcome to the stream. Guys, so Dimitri... Oh, wait. Yeah, that's Dimitri. This is Ozera... Is it Ozera in Russian? Lake Baikal. Let's pick up and go fishing somewhere else. Let's get away from the craziness. Nice to see my wife on here. Yeah, so this lake is the largest lake in volume, and it's also one of the largest lakes in area. So the lake is a natural wonder of the world, by the way. It's holding 20%, a little bit more than 20% of the world's fresh water. And we were just fishing a little bit here next to it. We didn't get lucky, but it's not a problem. We're gonna go find another spot. Thank you everybody who's supported this channel with your likes and your comments. Oh, sorry. I almost said a bad word. I just almost fell into a hole. I gotta pay attention. I hate it, man. Sometimes when I think I'm okay, you step in the wrong place. I said soup. I stopped. I don't know why, but when I'm in trouble, usually I curse in Russian now. I don't really say the F word anymore unless I am doing a rant. But my word of preference now for when I'm mad is just the S word. All right, we're moving along here. Oh. Yeah, any money to get a fishing license is too much, guys. Any money. You shouldn't have to pay to go find food and live. So the poorest people in the world, if you're homeless and you need a license to fish, it's ridiculous. People shouldn't be charged to eat. I'm gonna cast out a few times here. Hello from Los Angeles. I'm gonna set my backpack down. We're in a smaller little lake area. I'll show you 1 second. Anything over $60 is ridiculous, guys. Some of the prices that you guys are talking about fishing licenses really blows my mind. Especially the people from America. So I never fished in the United States. Can you surf in Lake Baikal? Sometimes the waves are big enough to surf, but they're crashing too close to shore. I surfed myself when I was younger, and the waves break a little bit too close. There's an eagle singing. That's an eagle. Could you guys hear that eagle? There's a muskrat. I was looking at the water move, and there seemed to be a muskrat somewhere swimming under there. I wonder if it's gonna surface anywhere. There was disturbance in the water in like a V shape. These damn things, man. I'm in a little hole here. Might not fish here too long, but I'm gonna work my way back onto the shore and then back to the plot eventually. Just want to show you guys the updates there. All right, we're gonna keep moving towards the end of this place. Let me pack up a little bit better. I've been catching salad. Let's keep moving. I'll go to the other side and fish for about 5 minutes and just keep going. Now, going back to earlier conversations, guys, I never fished in the United States. I'm from California, and there's really not a, well, I'm from Southern California. There's a big difference than Northern California, and I never had any outdoors activities. I had never really done any outdoor things until I came to Russia. So now that I'm a fisherman, well, I'm trying to be again this year. My best year was 2022. I never went skunked home, always caught a fish. Now that I enjoy fishing, I can't imagine living back in the United States and having to pay to do this. Some of the prices that you guys have given me are alarming. Some of the laws that you guys give me from other countries is very alarming. Thank you so much for the good luck. Now, oh my gosh. Another thing I would like to say is that from what I understand, you do need a hunting license to, I think you do need a hunting license to hunt in Russia. Thank you, Christoph. And hunting license, I do agree. You should have a license for that because you should know how to fire a weapon. You should have understanding on how to dispose of an animal, how to get a kill, how to take it out, all of those things. Hunting license, I agree. But a fishing license is a little bit crazy because the bare minimum a human needs is a little bit of food and water, and you can get both on a lake or a river. So 2 birds with 1 stone there. You can fish and eat and drink, and you take that away from people by putting money involved in the middle. It doesn't make sense to me, but that's what it is, eh? I'm gonna get some of this. I'm gonna get a soft bait on here. I think my best chance would be with the soft bait. Oh. What is your guys' opinion on free countries charging licenses for everything? In the United States, there's licenses for so many stuff in California. It doesn't make sense to me why a country that's supposed to be so free have so many taxes, so many rules against everything. It's just a nightmare. I'm gonna get a soft bait here. First, I'm gonna hydrate. Yeah, it's become so much governance. By the way, Ksenia, please, if my wife is watching, Sush, let me know if you're still watching. You have to go buy potatoes. We're going to be planting red potatoes today. So if you're still watching, you guys can go into town, buy the potatoes, and then I'll meet you on the plot to plant them. My wife and my father-in-law and I are going to be planting some more potatoes. I'm just going to cast a few times. There's so many weeds. This weight's too heavy. I don't think no, I haven't caught anything. It's a rough day again, guys, fishing. I'm getting skunked almost every time now. The weeds are growing and the fish are spawning now, so I get hooked on these weeds too often. But I'm trying my best. It's almost 11. So during this time, the fish are spawning, and they do it because during this time, there's all these weeds that grow on these lakes. And I don't have the appropriate bait anymore. I gave mine away. I need to get some more from the United States. There's not really a lot of quality baits here in Russia. Like, I had better jig heads and stuff that I gave away. And my sister's coming from the United States, and she's going to be bringing me some of my baits that I bought from Bass Pro Shop. We're gonna keep moving down the line, we're gonna keep moving. There's a ton of people fishing on the shoreline. And I'm just gonna work my way over there. Man, I haven't caught a pike in so long. Yeah, we're still doing the videos where we help people remodel their houses, but I stopped posting these videos, guys. A lot of you guys may know, we got a donation, a huge donation, and that money builds income on interest, and we give away $300 to $400 a month in food. But we don't do these videos anymore because I just feel bad putting a camera in front of people's face, and I'm a little bit discouraged about making these videos. A lot of Russian people hate on this so much. I don't like when Russian people say, oh, these people are lazy and drug addicts. I don't help people for the old people. I help people for the kids and elderly. Sorry, like I don't help people who are in their 30s. I don't build people's houses because I want them to live better for themselves. No, it's for the kids, so that the kids grow up in a better environment. And I get a lot of Russian hate. A lot of Russian people are really nasty with these comments. So I don't expose these families anymore, because you never know if somebody can be watching from the town and they treat them bad. You know, your own kind is always your worst enemy. And Russia is filled with so many hateful people. So if I make one in the future, I have to really do a disclaimer that we don't help people who, how do I word this? We help elderly and kids, okay? That's the thing. The parents, if the parents are well off and they don't have to worry about a toilet or feeding their kids, then the kids grow up in a better environment. I've never been a fan of giving a alcoholic, you know, more alcohol so he can kill himself. But if that alcoholic has a child, I will feed that alcoholic so that that child can eat. And a lot of the times the biggest haters, like I said, are from Russia. And because I live in Russia, I don't want any more hate on me. People even think I'm staging some of these things. I work directly with the government in this region. They give me a name, they tell me what the problem is, and I come with money and I come with support. And a lot of the donations obviously come from you guys. I do a lot of philanthropy with what I get from the YouTube. I think this channel, it hit a limit. And before the channel dies, I want to give back to the people. I want to help people. And we're doing that now. We're able to feed kids every month. In fact, here's an idea. Whoever commented the original question, please let me know who asked. I mean, I remember it just happened, but I didn't quite catch the name fully. Trident. What I can do is stream the help live. What I can do is, if you guys are up for it, I can live stream going to the stores, buying the food and delivering the food. I think it would be a very good live. I can do it because people don't watch the lives after they're done. So what we can do is stream it live, and then you guys can see how it works. We buy care packages. We go to the store, we buy a bunch of food, and all types of food, all the essentials, and I think it'll be a better idea that way. So I'm gonna set that up with my wife and the government, and it should be a good time. Again, the reason why I don't do those videos anymore is because Russian viewers are very nasty towards the people who are getting help. And I just have to expose that, right? Like, I'm honest. I love Russia. I live in Russia. I respect Russia. But they're very bad when it comes to seeing that type of video. So we're going to set this down here. And we're going to talk about that video we're going to make. We're going to do it live. Hey, Emperor, thank you, brother. I reached the age where I don't lie anymore. I don't know if this is real for everyone else, but I reached the age where I don't lie anymore, and I tell whatever I'm thinking because I don't want anybody to misunderstand me. I've reached the age where I'll just say what I have to say. When I was younger, maybe 10 years old, I was always scheming. I was a poor kid and I had to get through things. But now, because I'm a man, I can deal with everything as it comes. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. You reach an age where you can take life by the horns, as they say, and deal with anything. And I've reached that a long time ago. I don't lie. I know some people still lie, but I don't really lie anymore. Lying is a normal thing, you know. Sometimes you're embarrassed to say some things. I'm 35 years old. I'm 35. I got back from the Afghanistan war when I was 23 years old. I was done with all my campaigns in Afghanistan, and that's when I realized, okay, life is nothing now. It's quite simple, you know. I'm the guy who's falling off the cliff mode, and you know what? It's okay. A lot of people still need a little bit of time to gain the confidence to deal with the answer from society. And I would not judge people who still lie. When I was 25, I had already been to war and stuff like that. So I don't know, maybe war changes a man, but it's okay to be a liar as long as you can tell yourself, oh, I'm a liar and I should one day move away from this. We're just humans, guys. And I don't want to get too deep into this, but it's okay to make mistakes and be scared to own up to things. You're still a little boy who was breastfeeding from your mom's breast. You know what I'm saying? You're still that little boy. And so is your mother. I've learned with time, because my mom is now in her 60s, that even my mother is ashamed of things sometimes. Even my mother is scared. And so I take it upon myself to say, this is okay. Some people can still be scared, can still hide behind lies, but I'd no longer do it. I know it seems hard to believe, but I'll just tell you the truth every time. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna try to catch something in this damn hole. Yeah, I have and I have friends. I have friends now in Russia who I trust absolutely. Absolutely. And I always expect them to tell me the truth. And I have close friends in Russia where we can tell each other everything. It's not like, oh, I mean, I can't even think of a damn lie that I would tell to a friend here. And my friends, I have very few friends. Obviously, we're on stream, we're a community. But anyways, my advice of the day, which I don't usually do, is get to the point where you never have to lie again and you will feel so much better. Get to the point where you never have to hold back what you wanted to say. I've lost jobs because of things, of how I speak. I've lost family who don't even like me because I just don't hold things in. But you should always get to that point because you're gonna feel so much better with your life. I can't imagine holding things back anymore. And look at this scenery. We're just chilling on the shores of Baikal over there. I have my lure in a little freaking hole, which I don't even know if there's fish in there. When I, when my, hey Marcel, welcome. Welcome everyone. It's nice to have you guys here. I sat down and I'm just thinking about how great life is. My first child, if I'm lucky, will be born in October. The Western lifestyle with its fast pace is intimidated by the truth. Gets me in trouble all the time. Oh man. That's the one problem though. Yeah. Maybe one day I'll just sit down and talk to you guys about what goes through my mind. But what Chris is saying, it could be a little bit overwhelming when the whole system is modeled to stomp on your guys' peepees when you speak up, when you have something that's out of the norm. I'm hoping that in the future it changes. Right now I'm in a time in my life where I'm in a place where I know I'm okay. Thank you, Jonah. Thank you so much for your kindness. Oh man, guys, I can't wait for the baby either. We're gonna be doing the gender reveal soon, actually. There's a lot of action in that little hole there. I just don't have the proper depth, I think. Silo says, I work in education and it's ridiculous. No one wants the truth. Yeah. I think we were modeled for a little bit too long for people to have safe space. And this is not nothing new, you know. This is a long time ago, a long time ago. I think I just saw my bobber move. Golly, I'm getting skunked every day. I need to buy proper fishing tools. Right now it's 11 in the morning, guys. I'm in Irkutsk Oblast. Can everybody let me know where you're watching from? I know some of you guys are from the United States. Maybe we have some Europeans now who are waking up. Oh, there you go. Alexander, Krasnoyarsk. Dobro пожаловать, друг. Ask your sister. Yeah, a Bass Pro. Irkutsk, Kentucky. Oh, Jesus. Whoa. I forgot I was in the swamp and I almost freaking fell into the abyss. Holy crap. Whew. For a second there, I forgot where I was. Oh. Do they have bass and catfish? Not in this area. Oh, well, catfish, I believe they do have it somewhere else. But we don't have bass here. I think it's way too cold for the bass. I'm not sure. Sometimes we do eat the fish that we catch. My wife eats the fish. I do not. How many of you guys fish where you guys live? Like I said, I've never fished before I came to Russia. How many of you guys have gone fishing wherever you live? Life is too short to take care of others. Have fished in Europe and Canada. I wish we had bass. I fish in SoCal. Where do you fish in Southern California? I used to fish when I was younger. Marcel, right now, in about an hour, I'm going to go do my gardening with my wife. I fish in Kazakhstan. Nicolas says, oh, excuse me, all the time. I go fishing 6 times a year. That's very, very... Oh, darn it. I thought I had a bite. San Diego. Okay, I get it. I get it. Hey, Mr. Wonderful. Welcome to the stream. We're about 100 and almost 115 minutes into this live stream. We did a little bit of philosophical conversations. Right now, we're just finishing in one little spot. I don't hunt, but when I was younger, I did hunt a lot. Especially in Mexico. That's where I did most of my hunting. Believe it or not, in Mexico, I killed well, it wasn't that I wanted to hunt it, but I went to the bathroom and I used to go take poops next to a river, and I killed a large margay, but a small leopard-like animal. Right now we're in Slyudanka. This is Irkutsk Oblast. This is about an hour and 45 minutes from Irkutsk. This is one of the larger territories in Russia. And if you don't know what a margay is, it's essentially a small little leopard-looking animal. It was maybe the size of a medium dog. And I was taking a crap next to a river in Mexico, and I heard it hiss. I looked up, and it was on top of me. I ran to the house and shot it, and then we ate it, and I skinned it. To this day, I still have the skin at home. I crossed the border with the skin. I got snagged and my little hook came off. That's the bad part about having so many weeds everywhere. I live in Zikon. No, I don't know where that is. Can you spell it in Russian, please? I don't know how to read it. If it's in Zikozene? No, I don't know that place. I think I have a better possibility to read it in Russian, to be honest. Why did I come to Siberia? When I was young, I used to watch National Geographic. And when I was watching National Geographic, I always saw Siberian tigers. I saw documentaries of Siberia all the time, and I just wanted a hard life. Now here's a little bit of more philosophy like conversation, guys. When I got back from the Afghanistan war, I was really bored in society. I kind of felt like it was too easy. Russia is not the first country I came and lived in. I've lived all over Europe, in Central America, and I want a hard life. I wanted a challenge. Dobro pожаловать в Россию. Dobro pожаловать, друг. So I came to Siberia in search of a hard life because after the war, I just was very bored. I was not happy unless I was uncomfortable. So that's the truth. A lot of people think I came to Russia to escape the United States. No, I don't. I could have lived in the United States, guys. I could have made my life. I even went to North Dakota for a long time to work in the oil fields because it was a hard life. And believe me, North Dakota is just as crazy as Russia. If you've ever been in North Dakota, Minnesota, Montana, it's just as hard. But the only problem in North Dakota was that I couldn't deal with the fact that it became too easy. You already speak the language. You'd learn a little bit about drilling. It's not for me. It was too easy. We spoke the same language. Yeah. Yeah, I lived in an Indian reservation. Listen, I've told you guys, my life has been crazy. I was accepted by the tree, I always say tree tribes, the three tribes, the Mandan, the Haditsa, and the something else. I lived in an Indian reservation. I lived in Newtown. I got free housing because of my Native American blood. And if you're working in the oil fields, you should know this. There's Indian reservations in North Dakota, and I got free housing, so I said, whatever, I'll go live in the res. So I was living that res life. A lot of people can't talk about the res life. That's a whole nother story. But North Dakota became too easy, and I said, okay, I've had enough of this roustabouting, a lot of this oil field work. It's too easy. So then I left. I left to Europe. And in Europe, things get a little bit harder. Hey, Newtown is about an hour away. Look at that, Trident. We're basically neighbors in a way. Because I left part of my soul in Newtown in the res. I don't want, like, listen, if you think your life is tough, try living in the res, boys. Because the reservations are made to destroy you. The northern tribes are alcoholics and drug addicts because of the money they've been given. They're destroying themselves. I was living in the Newtown reservation, and so many Native Americans were dying. Crashes, DUI crashes, fighting, shootings. It was crazy. It was crazy. I have more traumatic stories, obviously from the Afghanistan war, but the reservation life is almost second to none from civilian life. The res life is crazy. 1 second, let me throw this in again. Which brings me to a question. Has anybody here, here lived in an Indian reservation? How long did it take you to get entry into Russia? It took me 2 weeks. Getting a Russian visa as an American is very, very simple. I've helped many people get their Russian visas, and you can get your visa in about 2 weeks. You can visit Russia up to 3 years. That's how long your visa will last. And you can multi-entry. That means you can come in as many times as you want. You can live 6 months at a time. The northern tribes are getting hundreds of thousands of dollars. So when I got to Europe, I moved to Spain. In northern Spain, they speak different languages, and I lived in Asturias. I lived in Asturias as a mechanic and teaching a little bit of English. And then I moved to Germany, where I became a hydraulic engineer. Eventually, I moved to Bulgaria. I didn't do much work in Bulgaria, but I was traveling in very unusual parts of the world. I came to Sludanka from Krasnoyarsk for the summer, spent almost the entire summer there. Now I come to Sludanka to Baikal at least once a year. We'll come visit. Where do you, okay, listen, join the Telegram down below on the description, or look for the Russian Experience, guys. Join our Telegram. We help hundreds of people every month. And I mean it. We have over 2,000 members on our Telegram. If you guys want any help, join our Telegram, the Russian Experience. Yeah, man. I have a very unique lifestyle here in Russia because I can go chat on pоймал. Нет. Я не поймал рыба. Не поймал. Oh, look, an eagle. That's an eagle. That eagle may dive in. That eagle may dive in and catch a fish before us. I've never been to Krasnoyarsk. I'm gonna go to Krasnoyarsk maybe this year. That eagle might dive in. We don't know yet. I'm getting skunked out here. Hard life. Я живу в Красноярском. No, it's not hard for American veterans to get a visa. When I got my visa, I told them that I'm an Afghanistan war veteran, and I asked if that would be a problem. They said, no, don't worry. We also fought in Afghanistan, which was one of the most iconic replies I ever got from anyone. When I applied for my Russian visa, that was one of the funniest things. I asked the lady, I said, listen, I'm a combat veteran, decorated in combat. I've shot weapons. I've worked with explosives. My job was this. Am I going to have a problem applying for this visa? And she's like, no. We also fought in Afghanistan. No problem. Okay. No, I did it via mail, but I did talk to the people on the phone. I've been living in Russia for 3 years. This is going to be the 1-year anniversary since we bought the plot that we have. I'm gonna actually go in about 20 minutes. I'm gonna go show you guys our plot of land. If my wife will just log in here and understand what I'm gonna be doing. I don't want to be looking for her in town. Is it? Oh, I already answered that question. Как ты в России и что ты... I don't know that word. Sometimes when I'm reading Russian, I don't know some of these words, guys. So if we have any translators in the chat, I would really appreciate it. All right, I'm going to leave this spot here. I've been here for quite a while. Zdarova, zdarova. Let's move spots, guys. Welcome to everybody. If you got... Oh, geez. What do I think about the war? What war? Oh, what war? The war in Ukraine versus Russia? I'll give you guys my opinion. Let me just move spots, okay? Stay with me here. It's pretty dangerous. I gotta pay attention. But, Dan, are the roads better in Russia or in Mexico? I think the roads are better in Mexico. I've done all of my military analysis on the Real Reporter channel. I can tell you, you just have to ask specifics. As far as how the conflict is going in Ukraine, this is the truth. The longer the Ukrainians don't accept surrender, the more territories they're gonna lose. The biggest reason why the United States wants to get involved now is because Ukraine is closer to an unconditional surrender. You don't want Ukraine, if you're an ally of Ukraine, if you're invested with Ukraine, you don't want them to have an unconditional surrender. That is the last thing you want. That's why there's been so many talks about ceasefire, ceasefire this, ceasefire that. Russia has the A side. Russia gets to decide if there's going to be a ceasefire. The best you can do against Russia, even if you're a superpower yourself, is tie. I think I'm the only person who's ever said this, that the best you can do against Russia is tie, because a tie is even a loss in itself. That means a destruction of the world. You can't win against Russia. You can only tie. And this is the truth. When you're dealing with superpowers, you either have to do an unconditional surrender or you have to accept whatever they give you. Nice mountain in the background. Yes, thank you so much. We are right now in Siberian Russia. I live in Irkutsk Oblast. Right now, we're just talking about the conflict in Ukraine. Some of you guys like when I give my military analysis. As a war veteran myself, decorated in combat, I've done military analysis on the Real Reporter channel, where everything I've said essentially has aged like fine wine. I'm the first person to coin major battles in the Ukraine war, where the major battles that I've named are the only ones recognized by Wikipedia now. Nobody was talking about major battles. Another thing, the closer you get to the end, the more unorthodox Ukraine will get. You'll see a lot more terrorism attacks, a lot of more unconventional weapons, a lot of more incursions into Russia. Yes, this is Lake Baikal. That's Lake Baikal right over there. We started next to Lake Baikal. This is an entry pathway from the lake, my friend. So if you're new to these streams, we usually show the lake. When we drive out of here, if you stay long enough, you're gonna see the lake in all of its glory. It's time to move. All right, we didn't leave anything behind. It's not cold at all. Maybe it's about 75 degrees. But I always dress with the Gorka when you're in the swamp because you don't want leeches, ticks, or any other animals biting you. And I like my beanie. I got it in Mongolia. Very, very, very good beanie. This hat that I have on, had it for about 3 years. It survived 3 winters out here. Very, very good. Now, I'm gonna try a secret weapon. Let me see if I can find something. Maybe I'll learn Russian from my kid. We'll see. Guys, what do you think people put pieces of wood there for? I'll give you guys some guesses. What do we leave these pieces of wood here next to the water for? Who can guess? Why do we put the pieces of wood next to the water? Go ahead and try to guess what this is for. We do it because we harvest leeches from there. We catch fish with leeches. So what we do is we allow the leech to live on the wood. So you can catch fish with these leech. I'm gonna hook one on and throw it out there. I hope you guys can see that. Eat it? Nicholas, why you say eat it? Would you eat it yourself? No, this is not a survivor show. I don't know if it's safe to eat this. I just tasted it. It tastes fishy. Hello, everybody who's tuning in. We are just chilling here. What's the best catch? Well, it's been a pike here in this area. I caught a big pike on the other side. This is not my usual fishing spot. Where I go fishing, there is no reception, so I can't do lives from my best fishing spot, guys. But yeah, I don't know. It was about 8-pound pike. I gave it away to a lady, and she ate it in a month. It took her about a month to eat it. She made meatballs from the pike. I'm actually, hello. I'm actually gonna wrap up one of my fishing rods because we have to go find my wife. I have to show you our plot. Where am I? Hello, we are in Irkutsk Oblast, pretty far now from Lake Baikal. This channel does content from Russia. I'm living in Russia. If you bring dollars, you can have problems if they're not perfect. Yeah, the biggest catch was a pike. Actually, let me cast the normal rod one time. Oh, finally! Golly, babe. Tell me where you are. Jesus, I've been waiting for you for like an hour. We were gonna go looking for you again, Sushi. Hello from Wyoming, California, USA. Sush, what are you guys gonna do? Are you gonna go buy potatoes? Where do I meet you guys? Hello, Sushi. Hello from Houston, Texas. Oh, no, no, no. I'm just trying to get my wife to listen. Sorry about that. Oh, Sofia, Bulgaria. Okay, so I lived in Bulgaria in Mladost. Mladost, it was the neighborhood. I lived in Sofia in Mladost 3. Then I went to Yambo in Bulgaria. So it's really cool. I love seeing people come in from Bulgaria. Why don't you join the DPA chats? Because the DPAs are usually when I'm sleeping. Wyatt is freaking awesome. He streams for so long. Let's see if you can see all of this fish action. Look at this. You're going to be seeing splashes over there. There's a bunch of fish over there. There's maybe pike feeding. You see all the splashes everywhere? The air is absolutely clean. Looked like there was something feeding over there. A lot of fish were just jumping out of the water. Oh, there's another little splash. Whenever the pike are feeding, these fish are just jumping. Hopefully you can see this. It could also be breeding, like they could also be mating over there. There's some pretty big fish over there. No, not so humid, by the way. Oh, whoa, they're flying out of the water now. Oh, it looks like they're actually breeding, guys. The pike must be spawning over there. Can you guys see that? They're spawning over there. That's why it's so hard to catch some of them right now. They're not worried about freaking eating. They're worried about getting it on. It's a freak off. They got P. Diddy in that. What kind of bait do I use? I use the hard bait. I'll show you what I caught it on. I used this huge bait that I got for free in Turkey. I found it on the floor. Actually, I'm gonna freaking throw it out there. I can cast this well where that orgy's happening. Let's hope I don't get snagged. My wife came in and disappeared. I don't have sink bait. It's hard to get sink bait from the shore because it's so many weeds here. This is a swamp essentially. There's so many weeds over there. Golly. I'm gonna keep casting into that orgy real quick. Oh, Jesus. I had so many weeds, and then I caught a snag. They are for sure breeding, though. I can see them. They're spawning, rather. I'm gonna put some of this stuff away. Next month should be much better for the fishing, guys. Next month, when the fish are done with their spawning and all that stuff, it should get a lot better. Where's the oldies? Oldies are playing in my 66 Mustang. I'm gonna cast one more time, then we're moving. Actually, I gotta cast one more time. That's not where I wanted it. All right, let's keep moving. We're gonna go to the plot now. I have no idea. I have no idea where my wife is. Yeah, I lived in Germany. And yes, I have trouble speaking Russian because of some German that I've learned. I think Russian would have been a little bit. I think Russian would have been a little bit easier to learn if I never learned any German. If I didn't speak Spanish, because the only languages that I speak are either Germanic or Latin based. Even German has a little bit of Latin in it, so it's really hard for me to think in Russian and say the Russian words because all of the languages I know are either Germanic or Latin based. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Yes, Russia has a lot of Latin words, but they are not even, how could I say, like grammatically, when you start learning Russian, you add different endings and all of this stuff. It just gets really crazy. Okay, I just fell. Oh. Oh. You always have to pay attention. Ow. I fell because I slipped. I really hurt. We're making our way out of the swampland. There's a lot of spawning going on. I'm not even gonna try anymore. It's just all the fish right now are trying to procreate. You're not even supposed to be fishing for pike right now. But the thing is, I don't even eat them. Oh. Here we go. We were all the way over there. And now we're just gonna go back to the plot. Whew. This train can take you this track here can take you all the way to Moscow, by the way. Moscow is this way, in the direction that I'm going to. If I stay on these train tracks for months, I can walk all the way to Moscow. I can get to Moscow like this, all the way to Moscow like this. Here, take another look at the nature here. This is Lake Baikal at the end. This is an inlet where people do some fishing. All the fish right now are spawning. Very hard to catch fish right now. The water melted and, well, a bunch of weeds are growing. Oh, they're actually catching some fish here, some saroshka. They're actually catching fish. But that's not the style of fishing that I wanted to do. When summer comes, hopefully I can catch a pike for you guys. On the live would be awesome. They're catching roach fish and maybe small perch. Yeah, I can't wait to fish with my child. All right. I have an interesting mission. I'm getting too old. We actually have to walk almost all the way back. One of the spots where we stopped, I left the battery pack. So we're gonna take a nature walk. I did this last time with the damn bottle cap for my wife's water jar. And yeah, the good thing is we found the bottle cap last time. I don't know if you guys were here for that stream. Well, now we have to find the damn battery pack. Or battery bank, or bank power charger, whatever the hell it's called. Power bank. I don't have any more interviews for now, but maybe when I go back to Moscow, I can meet up with Konstantin, the real reporter. I don't even think that the reflective tape would have helped me. It was just a dumb mistake of taking it out for one time. I don't usually take the power bank out. Wait a minute. There's one place I didn't check. And I'll drive the car over here anyways. There's one place I didn't check. I have to go into town after this and show you guys a little bit of the town. If you've never seen a town in spring, well, it's much different than in winter and in autumn. Everything's coming back to life. People are doing things in the town square. You know, a lot of people usually see the Russia from winter. I'm getting my exercise today. It's crazy how good the connection is in the middle of nowhere. All right, we're good, guys. What happened was I put it in the wrong place. Actually, these I bought in Mexico. These are Mexican knockoffs. But I have an extremely flat foot, so I need a little bit of comfort in my life. All right, guys, let's do this. Let's go into town. If you're still watching the stream, I'm gonna go buy some food. I think I'm gonna go buy some chicken so I can cook it in the plot. Whew. Hello everyone, welcome to the live stream. We made it over to over 100 likes. If you're new to this type of stuff, I am an American veteran who's living in Siberia, Russia. I've lived here for about 3 years. I've been married in Russia for almost 1 year, and I've been going steady with the same woman for about 2 years, almost 2 years. No, 2 years. And I was able to buy a property with my wife. That's where we're gonna go in a few minutes. This is gonna be 1 year since we bought this plot of land together. I'm gonna give you guys an update on that. Moskva is 7 in the morning. Yes, good morning. Dobre utra, Moskovites. Let's go ahead and drive. I'm gonna be showing you Lake Baikal. Lake Baikal. Show you some of the road here. It's a beautiful morning. It's about 16 degrees Celsius outside. Not sure how much that is in Fahrenheit. I'm about to take you guys into the town. Hopefully the video is still streaming all right. If you're just tuning in, we are driving back into town from the depths of the swamplands in Sludanka, Irkutsk Oblast. I don't know who that chess player is, but the truth is, chess is very important here in Russia. It was very important in the Soviet Union, and I enjoy watching some chess matches here and there every once in a while. I enjoy watching chess content. I don't play chess anymore. I started playing chess when I was little, but I don't play anymore. But I enjoy chess matches. I think it's brilliant. I think chess is not... I mean, you must have a very good memory to be a good chess player. So if you're ranked high in the world for chess, you're obviously a savant, where you can remember things, very, very old things from a long time ago. Chess openings, chess closings, chess situations. You need to be a brilliant mind to be a good chess player. Yes, this is the train tracks. This is the train tracks to China, to Mongolia, to Moscow. You can go all the way to Moscow on this train track. I'm gonna be showing you guys Lake Baikal in maybe like 3 minutes. One of the best views of the lake. I've shown it before on the live stream, but I think we have some new viewers. So if we have any new viewers, I'm gonna introduce you to the lake that I live next to. All right, guys. Do we have any new viewers on this channel? Is there anybody who's watching who's a new viewer, who's never seen the lake? About to perhaps one of the best in the world. Hopefully we have at least one new viewer who has never been here before. I'm stopping here because this is one of the best views in the entire world. Lake Baikal, again, is the largest lake in volume. And I happen to live in Siberia, in a part of Siberia where I live maybe 10 minutes away from this lake at most. So check this out. You see a sandy beach, nice little bench there, and we have the lake. It's very peaceful. The water is very clear. So welcome, Classic Custom. This is Lake Baikal. This is the only place in the world where you can see the lake as far as the horizon. Nowhere else in the world. On the southern port, nowhere else in the world can you see Lake Baikal until the horizon. Train over there. Guys, I'm gonna zoom in. You're gonna be able to see snow-capped mountains. This is still frozen on top of the mountains there. Can you guys see on your screen snow on these mountains? All of this is going to melt eventually and add more water to the lake. This side has already melted all the way, no more snow on this side, but the mountains on the eastern side are still snow-capped. The eastern mountains still have a lot of snow. And that is Lake Baikal. This is what I like to do. I like to show you guys the state of the lake. I've been ice fishing there. I took a lot of you guys ice fishing, and now you get to see the water melted. Shout out to your friend, Jason. And now it's time to go back into town. I have no idea where my wife is. I asked her if she would tell me what we were gonna do today, but she went missing over an hour ago. The best food is Georgian food. Russian soups are good, but Russia's best food is from outside of Russia. It's just how it works, man. If you say that borscht is the best food, then people say, oh, borscht is not Russian, and it's just a hellhole. So I would say that the best food is Georgian food in Russia. I have a business in Mexico, and I also do YouTube videos. I have a cafe in Mexico. There is no language barrier for the things that I need to do in Russia. Russians don't really like talking to strangers anyways. So I'm about to go into town and buy some meat, and you're gonna see there's no language barrier. You just get the meat that you want, you pay, and you get the hell out of there. I would say that it's very easy to open up a business in Russia, honestly, because if you're coming from the West, you might already know things that Russian people are not exposed to. Like I feel like maybe where I live is living maybe 20 years in the past, maybe even 30 years in the past. So you do have an advantage if you're coming from the West, whether Russian wants to admit it or not. When you live in a small town in Russia, you're living in the past. This is not Moscow, St. Petersburg, Vladivostok, Nizhny Novgorod. I'm living in the past. So if I were to open up a business, I would do something that's technologically advanced or a trend that's already trending in the United States or in Europe, and it would catch like wildfire. If you can cook something delicious like the West, because Russian people, they're not exposed to a lot of good food because all of the best food is from outside of Russia. The best restaurants in Russia are not Russian cuisine. This is not talking trash about Russia, but the best food is outside of Russia. That's why they like their they like all of this Georgian food. They like all of this Vietnamese food, all this Chinese food, all of this noodles from Korea. The Russians love outside food. They're not good cooks. Russians don't know how to spice up their food. But the only good food that Russia is #1 in is soups. Nobody makes soups better than Russians. That's 100% true. Everything else they struggle in. The reason why Russian soups are good is because they know how to season with dill, with other herbs, right? The herbs in Russia in their soups are unbeatable. But the Russians don't know how to marinate chicken. Shashlik is not Russian. The Russians don't know how to make pastas. The Russians don't know how to make pizzas, burritos, tacos, noodles. All of these things the people bring from outside. They also don't know how to make good seafood. Yeah, that's true. All of the best seafood is from outside. I don't say this to make people angry. It's just the truth. You define the best foods by sales and also by what the people talk about, right? Around the world, nobody's talking about the Russian food is so good. No, the best foods are always Italian, Mexican, Chinese. You don't find Russian restaurants in the middle of a random town in every country. But you can find Chinese food in random towns in the middle of so many countries. You can find Italian food in the middle of nowhere in random countries. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Russian gastronomy is not that known. Russians are not known for their gastronomic excellence. By the way, let me know what you guys think. Do you think what I'm saying is inaccurate? If you've never been to Russia, when you come to Russia, the best food you're gonna eat is from outside of Russia. I guarantee it. Even Russians themselves. Golly. Even Russian people themselves will say, oh, shashlik or pilmini or all these foods that don't really originate in Russia. I arrived in Russia in 2022. Oh my gosh, there's my wife. Sushi, where are you? Why you don't say where you are for 2 hours? I've been looking for you. Sush, when are you gonna go buy the potatoes? We have to meet on the plot. You guys were supposed to go buy potatoes. I'm gonna go buy the potatoes. It's already 12 o'clock, Sush. Okay, well, am I supposed to pick you up or what? I'm gonna go buy chicken at Absolute. Okay, Sushi, I'm gonna pick you up in 20 minutes. Get ready. Guys, we're gonna go shopping into town. Okay, you're ready? Okay, I'll pick you up now, Sush. I'll pick you up now. Let's go. All right, guys, we're going to pick up the wife. It's time to go into town with the wife. Let's do this. Be outside in about 5 minutes, Sushi. I'm coming to pick you up. Oh yeah, man. It's time to show you guys the shops in the middle of town. Babushkas and diadushkas, they sell a lot of vegetables, a lot of farming things. It's about to get cool. We're trying to look for red potatoes. We want to plant red potatoes on the garden. We've already planted a lot of things. You guys are going to see it. Shout out to everybody who's been on the stream for a couple minutes. I really enjoy live streaming. I know that this life is pretty boring to some people, and because it's almost repetitive. I'll tell you something. When you live outside of Moscow, and even when you live outside of towns, because this is almost a village. Where I live, almost a village, but this is the town. When winter ends, you only have a small gap to plant your food. So right now, what we're doing is we're trying to get the gardening done. We're trying to get everything in the ground so that we can start eating in the next couple months. Now, who's watching? Does any of you guys do gardening? I'm going to guess that the people who do gardening and eat their own food probably start much earlier than now. We're actually late. The world already started warming up maybe last month, but here in Siberia, we start about the middle of May to late May to June. Let me know if the live stream is still working, by the way. We're making our way to pick up my wife. Maybe it froze. Okay, in town we might run into some school kids. The uniform for the Russian kids is so funny. They almost look like maids. The females, the girls, dress in these really interesting uniforms that it makes them look like they're maids in the United States. So if we see some people, thank you so much, goodbye. If we see some people dressed in the school uniforms in town, I'll make sure to point it out. All right, Sush, if you're watching, I'm here. You can come outside, please. And yeah, it's best to plant the seedlings a month, maybe like in the month of, even before May would even work, because we do get a lot of sun here, but the weather doesn't really stick until really the end of May. Now we made it. Oh, my wife is here. Привет. Как дела? Красный. Oh my God. Да, я знаю. Работа, 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 and the sunset just ate him up.
Yeah. Even his chest too.
His chest,
Yeah.
his face, да, я вижу. Oh my God.
А спина еще сильнее.
He can't even sleep on his back, huh?
Back even worse.
Oh my gosh. Let's go into town, yeah?
And our woman will send person who will come and look our border today.
Okay, nice.
Ну ладно, покупайте.
Is your father going fishing or into town?
He go buy some stuff and go fishing after that.
Okay.
Ну, а я с рыбалки буду собираться, созвонимся.
All right, guys, my wife is here. Давай. The sush is in shorts.
Yeah, but it's a little bit cold.
She's in shorts in the middle of, or in the end of May.
I want to change when it's so sleep. A little bit cold.
Okay, we found the wife. She was missing all day. Babe, you
I'm
didn't...
not missing. I tell you, I go in my father's house and I stay there.
Oh, we're gonna buy potatoes, right?
Yeah.
I tried to. All right, guys, we moved on to the next portion of the stream, which is we're gonna go into town and go look for potatoes to plant. My father-in-law absolutely burned. Absolutely burned. His chest is burned. His face is burned. We were planting potatoes yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, and he was absolutely burned.
And me too. My hands too.
Yeah, Ksenia's arms are burned. I think I'm the only one who didn't burn because I wear long sleeves when I do this stuff, and I'm also already brown, so you can't really burn a brown man.
But if I go change my pants, it will be really bad.
Sushi, we're not gonna be outside. We're gonna buy the potatoes, drop them off, and that's it. What did you do at your father's? Drink some tea?
Yeah. Just talk.
How is he besides getting burned?
Fine.
All right. Yeah, the Mexicans don't burn. We are the people of the sun.
Yeah, but it's so interesting because even I don't burn in Mexico. It's everyday sun and I'm never burned there while we live there.
Mexican sun is different. The Siberian sun will eat you alive, guys. Siberia has so much sun and it eats through your skin. In Mexico, the sun is very, very nice. That's why we're bronze. Here you just burn. It's very, very, it doesn't forgive. Now, hello, welcome my friends. If you're just joining this live stream, my name is Daniel. That's my wife, Ksenia, Sushi. And we're making our way to the center of town because we're gonna buy some potatoes. I'm gonna show you what the markets look like in the center of a small Siberian town. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. We've been live streaming almost for 200 minutes. And we have a little bit of time left here. Good morning, my friend. Thank you for tuning in. We're just driving, like I said, into town. You guys are gonna see if we can't find red potatoes. Are we gonna buy the other ones?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll buy any potatoes what they have. We need just small bucket.
We just need a plantain.
Yeah. It's just 4 lines left.
Should I do it? Because I don't want to do it. Your father can finish.
Yeah, he won't do it.
All right. Yeah, Mexico is beautiful. Even my wife wants to move to Mexico, but I want my kid to grow up in Russia for a little bit before he gets exposed to Mexico. Mexico is another alternate reality. It's right now I'm just not feeling it. It's not because it's not unsafe for real Mexicans who are not doing bad things. Mexico is not unsafe usually. But I don't want my kid to grow up in Mexico without learning Russian, living in Russia, just growing up with his grandparents, his or her grandparents. So yeah, that's what I want. I don't want to go back to the United States because my wife cannot come with me, guys. I didn't come to Russia because I'm fleeing the United States. I just ended up in Russia because I found my wife and we fell in love. You know, it's not because I don't want to live in the United States. But now that I live in Russia, I don't want to go back to the United States because the United States will not allow my wife to even visit. So I'm not going to live in a country that's not going to be open to my wife. I can come to Russia and she can go to Mexico. She can get Mexican citizenship. I can get Russian citizenship. But the United States takes maybe 10 years to get processed. I'm not going to live in a country that discriminates my wife and my future child. So I hope that answers your question. I have nothing against the United States. I love my country. My mother and my family live there. I don't bite the hand that feeds me. I have ultimate respect for the American people. The American people. I fought for them in a war and I would never betray my country. But I will not respect my country as it will not respect my wife right now. That's the truth. Yes, it is hard to bring someone from into the United States. I'm just gonna park over here. Yeah, you gotta be really rich to have a way to bring people into the United States easily. Whoa, look, lesbians.
Why you say it like that? Maybe they not.
Oh, they are. You know they are. I just saw some lesbians on the street.
But they don't touch each other.
Yeah, well, obviously they're in the street.
Why you don't go over there? It's closer to the potatoes over there.
Yeah, but I want to park over here so I can just go out, you know? It's easier for me. Yeah, I just think the world is not meant for you to stay in the place that you were born. It's a big, oh God, now I see you were right. Sushi, sorry. I wasn't thinking. That was the street. Привет, привет, bratán. Привет. It's easier to come illegally to the United States, 100%. I could take my wife to the United States illegally, and I know how to do it, but I'm not that type of person. My parents went to the United States legally. My grandparents went to the United States legally. My entire bloodline went to the United States legally. I was born in the United States, and oh no, I went the right spot where I wanted. And I would never go somewhere into a country illegally.
Why you have meat here?
I was gonna cook it
Where?
in the plot.
You can't make fire. It's illegal.
Sush, I've been cooking inside the house for a month.
Yeah, but if they catch you, you'll pay 50.
They're not gonna catch me. I'm inside my house.
What?
Oh my gosh. Why are you fighting me about this now? You know what's funny? She's fighting me about cooking, but she didn't stop me when I was live streaming for like a month. Okay. Let's show you guys what the town looks like now. We're looking for potatoes. Now Sushi's in some shorts, which is very unusual for this time in May. She's probably gonna be the only person in shorts, to be honest. We made it to the center of town. And we're looking for red potatoes to plant. We're gonna be looking at the local market. No, that movement doesn't exist in Russia. It's illegal. You can't have that type of movement, the LGBT stuff, but you can be LGBT. It's not illegal to be lesbian or gay. There is a lot of gays and lesbians in Moscow, St. Petersburg, not so much in the small towns. This is Irkutsk Oblast, Slyudanka. This is in Siberia. We're coming to the local market. What would you call this, babe? Like does it have a name? Renyak? Rinak? This is a rinak. It's a market where people bring their foods from random places. Look, we have every vegetable known to man. Look at the size of those things. Right now, it's time. Oh, look, they even sell chickens. We have all sorts of stuff here. You got chickens, you got plants. We're looking for potatoes. And if we find a tree, maybe we can take it, eh? They don't have any potatoes here. Where's that guy? Let's go look at the plants that they have over there just so we can... Yeah, so we can show people. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Potatoes. Red potatoes, no? Yeah, right there. Yeah, found them. Told ya. So people sell stuff from the back of their cars. We came strictly for the red potatoes. This lady's spot is famous, but nobody's buying anything.
Сегодня где-то нашла. А, вот она. Вот она в рассаде вот у меня. Мне заказали и не забрали. Она будет вот такая. Где? Пальцем. Это? А вот эти? Это что? Это петуния. Ну, зачем тебе петуния? Это английская гвоздика. А эти уже посадила, они будут расти.
We're here in the center of town. You guys are watching a live stream from a small Siberian town at a small street gathering of people selling their products. You're not gonna ask her anything? I know she's talking.
Надо гвоздику брать и высаживать. Она уже с цветочками.
Prices have gone up.
Картошка красная, какой цен?
300 рублей.
For that whole bag? We don't need a whole bag.
They will not sell for pieces.
How much did we buy the other bag for?
500.
Oh, take a bag.
Завтра приходите, вы посчитайте у себя на как.
We're about to buy a bag of potatoes, which is gonna feed us next year.
Обслужите, пока мне голову не вот смотри, вот это вот с одной вот уже собрала. Пойдем посмотрим консоль и вернемся потом сюда и договоримся. Они колокольчатые. Белые забрали сегодня. А, вот еще один с них же, колокольчиками просто.
Мне картошку надо.
Я цветочек. Мне показался там цветочек. Ну, дай поговорить.
Красную надо.
Иду. А ромашки раздайте. Они многолетки? Нет, вегетативка. Едовую? Или семенную?
Там семенную.
Да.
Переводы можно?
Да, пожалуйста. До 1 июня.
Yeah, but it's not all red, babe.
Ее черенок берешь, режешь и
We're getting red potatoes.
отберешь желтенькую на один рядок, красненькую на другой рядок.
Так, а номер какой?
8950 130 99 13.
Okay, we got the potatoes that we needed, and I'm gonna show you a little bit more of what we got going on here.
Да? Ромашки доставать? Какую? Эту? 150. Спасибо.
Spasiba. Okay, so this bag of potatoes cost around $5, okay? All of these potatoes are going to be planted on our plot, and it's enough potatoes to feed us for even like 2 months, huh?
Yeah, more than 2 months.
Yeah, more than 2 months. So we paid $5 to eat for more than 2 months worth of potatoes. I'm gonna cross the street and then I'm gonna show you a little bit more of what we have here. Please let me know if you're enjoying this live stream from inside of town. You guys get to see what life is like in a very, very isolated part of the world. I think that was the only place with red potatoes, eh? Yeah, there's some like 2 or 3 on top there. Oh no, here's a box, but they're not ready to plant. And yeah, Sush, you're the only person in shorts. We're making our way out of this market. Yeah, it's actually not a bad price, guys. $5 for a bag of potatoes that can feed you for months. It's actually impressive. Sush, so you say I should not cook?
It's illegal make fire.
Okay, why didn't you tell me for the last month that I've been cooking?
I told you. It's illegal.
Vertical videos killed the channel. No, man, this is live streaming. I make horizontal videos. It is what it is. If you don't stream in this style, the stream doesn't get pushed out. I know it bothers some people, but it's still an okay way to show you guys where I live.
It's so crazy. They even sell cucumbers and tomatoes, how I planted at home.
Uh-huh.
They sell it for 50, 70 rubles one piece.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Nobody watches live streams in vertical video. It's impossible to watch. I understand that, man, but this is another format that we use. This is just how it works. We do horizontal videos, live streams as well. All right, it's time to go to the plot and give you guys an update there. By the way, is anybody still watching? I'm wondering if this guy is right. Is there really nobody watching this? Getting corn in Russia is actually pretty hard, by the way. Good corn is very hard to come by in Russia. Even good avocados hard to get in Russia. Many vegetables that come from like tomatoes, strawberries, fruits, they're all very hard to get in Russia. Russia works its way from the west into the east when it comes to food. You can find the best vegetables, the best fruits in the cities like Moscow and St. Petersburg. Oh, nice. There is some people watching. Nice to know that people still watch. And again, I know some people complain about the vertical, but we also do horizontal, and we have normal videos. And sometimes it does kind of make me want to stop doing this format, but the thing is, these lives don't get pushed out to anyone unless there are like this. YouTube prioritizes this style of live, and it's the only way to push content out and get connected with you guys. Now we're gonna go to see the plot. Really excited to give you guys an update. Sush, why do you think that lady's wearing a mask?
I don't know. Maybe she's sick.
Maybe. I have a theory that some people who wear masks don't want to show their faces.
But some people just scared to be sick, but mask make you more sick because your body don't fight with sickness.
Nice, guys. Nice to see you guys are watching. I appreciate your support. Hello from Tumen.
Oh my God, look how all yellow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Nice. I love seeing people who watch from inside of Russia. It's always a pleasure to see subscribers and viewers from Russia, because in this channel we mix Westerners with Russians. This channel has a lot of both, and you guys get to talk with each other, you guys answer each other's questions, and even some Russians who live in Moscow talk to people from Krasnoyarsk, people from Novosibirsk. You guys are freaking awesome. You guys communicate with each other. I told you guys, this is the only channel that has a live chat GPT. Everything we've ever wondered gets answered on this live stream. There's the wife right there. I'm actually not even on 4G, not even 3G, huh?
No, 3G.
We're on 3G?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on 3G, guys. We're not in 4G. I don't even think 5G is a thought here where I live. So what am I gonna eat, babe?
You can cook at home. What's the
Okay,
problem?
fine.
Oh, really? We cook at home.
Hello.
I'm not for up anymore.
Hello from Montana. Привет, my drug. I know it's moj, but I speak Russian English. Привет, мой друг. Right now, I'm gonna show you the road. Everything has turned green. Почему в шапке на... What? Can you read that?
You take out and connect everything.
Okay, never mind. Don't worry.
He asked why you in a beanie and something else.
Yes, our baby's going to be born in Irkutsk City, guys. My wife is going to be giving birth, hopefully, if we're blessed with our first child. It's going to be born in the city of Irkutsk. I chose it to be this. My wife could have had the baby in Mexico, but I want my firstborn to be born in Siberia. This is going to be a gift to the Russian Federation, because if we are blessed with the second child, I want my baby to be born in Mexico. Yeah. I want one kid to be born in Russia and another kid to be born in Mexico, if we are blessed with the second child. But I want my firstborn to be Russian and the second to be Mexican, if possible. And if the United States wasn't closed to the world, I would be having my kid in California.
Okay, they ask why you in a beanie if it's hot outside.
Oh, because I'm always dressed this way.
Okay, do you have bottles from the garden?
Yep.
Maybe we will fill it up and leave it on a plateau and stay on the sun and warm up, and in the evening we will put water for garden.
You want to come back in the evening?
We have to,
Why?
because we have to put water.
Okay. I wear this beanie all the time, guys. It's just how I dress. I wear my Gorka and I wear my beanie. It's my signature look, guys. It's my signature look. It's my uniform. I don't feel happy unless I'm in my Gorka. Slava Macaroni. Here we have a random bot showing up. They always hate us because they ain't us. Listen, Slava Macaroni all you want, as long as you respect other nations. Respect is number one. Stay humble.
Yeah, but if you already separate people, it's mean racist already coming out.
Yeah. You people who support Ukraine are pretty racist, to be honest. Because they can't think of a world where they can exist together. We have Ukrainian friends, huh, babe?
Yeah.
Some
Really good friends.
Yeah, some of our best friends here in Russia are from Ukraine. And they never say Slava Ukraini and say bad things about Russia. No, that's not how it works. When I got married here in Russia, a Ukrainian made me my samagon. The moonshine that I drank on the day of my wedding was made by a Ukrainian man. Is the only guy whose moonshine I drink here in Russia, and he's from Ukraine. Really good friend. I saw him maybe a week ago, and I respect Ukrainians, but as long as you are not racist against Russians, I don't have a problem. The problem starts when Ukrainian bots come on here and start hating on Russia. This is not acceptable. Nobody in this chat has said anything bad, you know.
Water.
Oh yeah. Okay, we're almost to the plot, guys. And did I pass it?
No.
Oh, it's up
It's
here.
almost there. Over there.
You're gonna make me cry, Vaughn. Don't talk about my song, bro. You sent me like 2 or 3 songs I'd never heard before, Vaughn, and really hits me in the feels every time. Russian is not a race. Russian is a people. Can you just point out there while I get the water, please, Sushi?
I will. And this place where we take water for free, by the way. And because we have our garden, we need to take some water. It will warm up on the sun, and at night we will come and put water on the garden. Crazy Mexican dance.
We have to please the water gods. I'll get the one for the front first, okay?
Okay. Oops, sorry. Babe, they ask, well, what would you like as your firstborn, boy or girl?
You can tell them what we want.
We want a girl. But we know who we have now.
We haven't said anything.
Yes, I know. I just say what we want a girl, and now we know who we want.
Now we know who we have.
Oh, who we have, sorry. I will move it. I will move it.
Okay.
Because this must be like this. It's stuck on my leg. Aye! It's my leg! Wait! Yeah. He almost got my leg.
This water is all year, huh? Tell them how it works.
Yeah, it's all year water. You can come and take it for free. And because we don't have yet on our blood water, we don't dig for that, and we can come and take. But it's really good because it's only like 5 minutes walk to this spot from our plot. It's not so bad. You can come in any time and take it. Really good. I really love our spot because even if we live here already in our plot and something happened with our water at the house, we can come here and take it. Easy.
And this is drinking water, guys. This is drinking water. You
Yeah.
can use it to shower, you can use it for the toilet, but it's primarily drinking water.
Yeah.
Okay. It's time to go, boys and girls.
Oh, I have to open gate. I forgot. Oops.
You can show them the nature, show them the marble quarry.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. We have a lot of trees around, forest and mountains, everything together. And air here way better. My friend come here and say, oh my God, I can't breathe enough. It's so good air. Our neighbors.
Oh, that's the
Uh-huh.
neighbor.
Oh. Water. And we arrive. And this beautiful wall, what we made last year with my husband. Yay!
We made it, guys. How much is a liter of gas? I think it's 85 rubles. I'm not sure. It's not so expensive. I'm gonna give you a little bit. I'm gonna give the phone to my wife. She's gonna walk you guys through the garden. But just pay attention, guys. When I started live streaming, when you guys started tuning in, there were no leaves on these trees in the beginning of this live stream. Also, we had work done here. Check it out. This is totally different. Okay, we had a tractor come, a machine operator, and look at this. So we redid this corner here because it was a little bit higher than the rest of the plot. Sushi, the door. Hello, welcome. We're in Irkutsk Oblast in Russia. Thank you for joining us. We do these types of live streams every once in a while. I'm signing in from Siberia in Russia. I think we're one of the only few accounts that live stream from such a place. Tomorrow, actually, we're going to be live streaming from the city of Irkutsk. I'm going to be going to Irkutsk. So you guys are going to be seeing something different in the city of Irkutsk. There's going to be some people visiting from outside, and I'm going to be bringing them to our town. The plants look pretty busted. We put them in yesterday.
Yeah, but some of them look not bad.
You can give us a quick tour.
Okay.
Yes, just go through everything, okay?
Okay. Look, I planted here tomatoes, a few type of tomatoes.
You can also show the floor.
And they look like strong, not bad. Look at this. They're strong, really. Some of them a little bit weak. If they die, they die. I will be fine with it because I'm not expect huge garden. It's my first time. And here I have cucumbers. Some of them, these look like not strong, but honestly, when I touch over here, it's really strong. And this one really beautiful. Yeah, it's all cucumbers, two different type. And here, how you can see, it's just empty spot, but it's not. I put seeds from sweet pepper. It smells growing like 3 months, and it's text on the back what it can grow on just like that. You don't need grow up like this at the house. We'll see if it will growing or not. And you can see we made a really good job because my husband and my father, they put all this material around our boxes. Like this, I can walk in my white shoes and be clean. And here you can see nothing right now, but here is dill, green onion. Green onion, you can see probably a little bit like these ones, like this one. It started be a little bit green already over here and here. It start growing little by little. It just oh, look at that. Look how big he is already. It's just few days how it start be really warm. Oh, and here too. Nice, it's growing. Yeah, here Over here you can see something growing already too. It's mixed for salad. Here I have, oh, radish, look at that. Yesterday it was not here, but look, it's radish. These ones. Oh my god, so cute, babies radish. Yeah, it's all radish, all like this, all line. Maybe you can see it like this, but yeah. And don't pay attention for that, it's just coal from our fire. Well, radish growing really good, would make me really happy. And here we have another cucumbers and tomatoes, and some of them probably will die, but it was just a test if they will grow outside. I put enough water for them yesterday, but I'm not sure I will keep them. But some, like tomatoes over here, you can see they're really strong, really good. I hope just something will survive. If not, I will fine with it. I will not upset because I just try, I learn. And let's see. Here I planted another deal to make the pickles, but he not growing yet. Well, you see how it's nice and clean here, all around. Can walk here. Oh, and yesterday I planted over here this line. It's daikon inside. And this dirt we just made, we can plant anything else what we want. And now we go to the different spot. We're planting this year really a lot. All this, it's potatoes. My father already buried. He put all potatoes over there, and from here to this spot we need planting more potatoes. And over here we made a small spot. It will be zucchini, not kabachok. It will be zucchini, nice, soft and delicious. Over here I plant green peas and green beans. They together, two different type of green peas here, and here it's green beans. Here we have carrot, beets, and some stuff what my husband have, like tomatoes, but it's not. Over there it's corn, and here it's my broccoli. I will show you later. But over here he takes some tomatoes, what it's left, and one of them look good too. We'll see how it will grow in. And broccoli, I will show from different side. Don't take my shadow. I grown this broccoli at home and bring it here, planting the same like tomatoes, and it's these ones. And it's look like they will survive. Some of them still can die because last year I planted them and some of them die, but I hope they will survive. At least like 5 of them, and I will be happy. Yeah, really beautiful.
How's everything?
I just show everything. I show all our garden.
I took the top off, it's pretty hot.
Yeah, here it's even warmer than in the market. You can see here we have the same material, because if you want to go over there or go to these plants, you can walk normal and no grass.
What'd you guys think about that, huh? My face is red. She gave you a run through of our garden area. The potatoes I dropped off, the water I dropped off. And yes, I know NFKRZ, I've done lives about him. He even responded to me. He don't like me.
And look at this, I don't show them. Our neighbors, I can show. It's what I like. I like this time of the year, and I will show you now why. Look at this.
There's a butterfly right there, Sush.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah,
see?
right there.
Yeah. Its neighbors have fruit tree. What we want to do too. It's really beautiful. Over there, people have fruit trees too. We'll have them too.
Can you get the keys and lock the door, please? One of the future projects that we want to do is put a swing here. So if you guys ever visit us, saludos. If you guys ever visit us, we're gonna put a swing here in this spot so that you guys can swing here looking at the beautiful views. Look at that. It's gorgeous. We have a little greenhouse here. This gets covered during the nights. And this is just the beginning, guys. This is the first year where we're introducing this little greenhouse. She showed you the majority of the stuff that we've been doing. It looks very beautiful now. This is 1 year after owning this place. If you guys saw it last year, it looked totally different. Wait, your little tool is here. I'm just gonna pick this, put it on there. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I said lock it. Yes, the lock's on the stand over there. Yeah, all of the tips I always consider, guys. I always read what you guys write. But we had so much trash in this place. There was an old foundation where it's white. There was an old house there for cows. This was a place for livestock. And as you can see, it's a pretty decent sized plot. This is almost 13 sotka. It's like 1,300 square meters. We bought part of this that wasn't ours at the edge. The wall there is now holding the majority of our land. And little by little, guys, little by little, we're just trying to make our life a little bit better. It's been 1 year since we've owned this. Oh, sushi. It's been 1 year since we've owned this. And this is the 1 year anniversary, essentially. You can contact me on Telegram, the Wild Siberian on Telegram. You can join the Russian Experience. It's our forums where we help people come visit Russia. We help people move to Russia. We help foreigners get their visas to visit Russia. Everything you need is in the Russian Experience. That is linked in the description. But this is it. A newbie question. Why do some people have a wrench next to their name? These are our moderators. We have some people who speak Russian, some people who speak English. This is a non-hate channel. We mentioned earlier that sometimes Ukrainian bots come on here and try to spread hate, but we are not a hateful channel. I'm an American. I support peace. I think that Russia is not an evil country, and the moderators make sure that people are not on here hating. This is, again, a non-hateful channel. This cost us $10,000. Now the land is valued almost at double. We had a few offers for double the price. It's getting very hard to buy a nice piece of land. The majority of this region, the best parts of the land, the majority of the land is already inhabited or owned. So when you buy a piece like this, in a year, it costs almost double in a matter of 1 or 2 years. I have a few buddies who have really nice areas. And I'm positive that because they bought it now, in about 5 years, the land that they bought, the house that they build, is gonna double in price, triple in price. It's just how it works. Guten Morgen. Hello, my friend. Ich liebe dich auch. Yeah. So guys, this marks the 1-year anniversary. And I don't know. The truth is, the world is very polarized. A lot of people are getting fake information. I feel that the Ukrainian people are very angry right now, and they can choose to be angry or they can accept what's happening. This conflict is more than 10 years old, and I believe that history will not be told by the wrong side this time. It feels like history is kind of fixing itself. I'll make probably a video in the future about this subject. So thank you so much for joining us. Our boiler caught on fire yesterday. We don't have any hot water because our boiler I turned it on and it just started burning, so we have to get home and see what's going on there. Thanks for joining us again, guys. We hope to see you on the next one. Please go watch my normal content. We produce videos weekly and we do lives weekly. Goodbye.
Bye.